From the dawn of human thought, we have looked up at the cosmos in wonder and awe. As we gazed at the stars, we crafted tales of celestial beings that lived among us, sharing our joys and sorrows and shaping our destiny. They were the Anunnaki, divine beings from distant realms who came to Earth to teach us the secrets of life and guide us towards enlightenment. These enigmatic entities have captured our imagination for millennia, leaving us to wonder about their origins, their purpose, and their legacy. Did the Sumerians discover evidence of aliens, or were they inspired by otherworldly sources? Let's find out. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. Also, let us know what you think in the comments section below. Is there any connection between the Anunnaki and the major religions of the world? To understand the origins of the Enneagon, we must embark on a journey back in time to the cradle of civilization in ancient Mesopotamia. Here we encounter the Sumerians, a people whose rich culture and advanced knowledge laid the foundation for many of the world's later civilizations. Among the Sumerians, the Anunnaki held a special place as divine rulers who descended from the heavens to shape the fate of humanity. According to their beliefs, the Anunnaki were the children of the sky god Anu and his consort, the earth goddess Ki. Together they formed a pantheon of deities that included some of the most iconic figures in ancient mythology, such as Enki, the god of wisdom and creation, and Enlil, the god of wind and storms. The Sumerian texts tell tales of the Anunnaki's many interventions in human affairs. They are said to have created kings and granted them divine authority. They also established cities and taught humans the arts of civilization, including agriculture, mathematics, and metalworking. The Anunnaki were also credited with bringing order to the world, establishing laws and maintaining balance between the forces of good and evil. However, the Anunnaki were not always benevolent. They could be just as quick to punish as they were to reward. When humans strayed from the path of righteousness, the Anunnaki would send them into chaos, causing widespread destruction and suffering. One of the most famous tales of the Anunnaki involves their decision to wipe out humanity in a great flood. In the Sumerian epic known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, the hero Utnapishtim is warned of the impending flood by a divine messenger and manages to survive by building a massive boat. He emerges from the wreckage to find himself alone in the world and is granted immortality as a reward for his piety. As time passed, the stories of the Anunnaki spread far and wide, influencing the religious and mythological beliefs of many cultures. The Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians all incorporated elements of Sumerian mythology into their own belief systems, and the Anunnaki became known by different names. The Akkadians, for example, referred to them as the Igigi, while the Assyrians called them the Elohim. Despite their different names, however, the Anunnaki remained essentially the same, divine beings who had come from the heavens to rule over humanity. Now let us move forward in time and explore the connections between the Anunnaki and the major religions of the world. Do you see any similarities here? The Jews, Christians, and Muslims all trace their roots back to the patriarch Abraham, who is considered the father of monotheism. In the Abrahamic tradition, there is a clear distinction between God and the gods. God is the one true deity, all-powerful, all-knowing, and the creator of the universe. The gods, on the other hand, are false deities that people have worshipped throughout history. They are often depicted as having supernatural powers, but they are ultimately powerless against the one true God. Yet the parallels between the Anunnaki and the Abrahamic tradition are striking. Both traditions feature a pantheon of divine beings that play a significant role in human affairs. And both traditions include stories of a great flood that wipes out humanity. Additionally, both traditions share common figures such as the serpent, which symbolizes temptation and deception, and the tree of life, which represents knowledge and enlightenment. In the Sumerian creation myth, the Anunnaki created humans from clay and water, just as Allah is said to have created Adam from clay in the Qur'an. In the book of Genesis, humans are created from dust, but they are given life through the breath of God. This parallels the Sumerian belief that the Anunnaki infused humans with the breath of life, giving them the ability to think, feel, and interact with the world around them. Even the story of the fall of man has echoes in Sumerian mythology. In Genesis, Adam and Eve are cast out of the Garden of Eden after they disobey God's command. In the Epic of Gilgamesh, the hero is expelled from the cedar forest after he kills the sacred tree, Humbaba. However, the most striking parallels between the Anunnaki and the Abrahamic tradition can be found in the stories of the prophets. In the Old Testament, Abraham is chosen by God to be the father of a special people who will follow his teachings. In the Qur'an, Muhammad is the final prophet of Islam, completing the line of prophets that began with Adam. In Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki chose kings to rule over humanity, just as God chose Abraham and Muhammad to be his prophets. These parallels suggest that the Abrahamic tradition may have been influenced by Sumerian beliefs, either directly or indirectly. It's possible that the Sumerians had contact with the ancestors of the Israelites and shared their religious beliefs with them. Alternatively, the Sumerian myths may have been transmitted to the Israelites through oral tradition or by other cultures that they came into contact with. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. What is the connection between the Anunnaki and the major religions of the world? Are they merely a product of human imagination, or do they reflect a deeper, more profound reality? Ultimately, the answer to this question is up to each individual to decide. There is no definitive proof of the existence of the Anunnaki or the veracity of their supposed connection to the major religions of the world. However, the similarities between these ancient myths and the beliefs of modern religions are too striking to be ignored. Whether we view the Anunnaki as literal historical figures or as symbolic representations of human aspirations and fears, they continue to fascinate us and remind us of the enduring power of myth and religion in shaping human culture and belief. If you found this video interesting, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of our world. Thank you for watching. See you next time.